Let me explain to you in 10 seconds why killing is bad. In the words of Colossus from Deadpool, we have rules. You are not judge, jury, or executioner. Whenever I start a new book, I have the same routine and I do the same thing every time. First, I read the synopsis. Even if I've already read the synopsis when I purchased the book, when I start a new book, I read the synopsis. 2, I find out how many pages there are in the whole book total, without spoiling the book for myself. I try my best. Then I look at every page in the beginning of the book, and I basically read word for word. And then I start reading. What do you do whenever you start a new book? Do you just open the book and start reading right away? Or do you have a routine? Do you have to do these things before you start reading? Comment down below. Alright y'all, so I'm currently reading The Naturals, and this is a series. So this book, The Naturals, is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've heard so many great things about this author. She has so many good series. The Inheritance Games, I also have that book, but I haven't read it. But anyway, this is the first book of a long series, but I hear that it's like a fast-paced kind of series. So I'm only 3 chapters into this book, and I just wanted to say what it's about and what I think. My first impression so far. Stick around for how I feel about it at the end, because usually that changes. But so basically, The Naturals is about this 17-year-old girl named Cassie who kind of has I don't want to say powers, but she has this ability to read people really well. She can tell you who you are and what you want just by looking at you kinda. So I'm okay, I'm intrigued immediately. But she never took this skill seriously. She's just oh yeah, I'm really good at reading people, but she never thought it was anything special until one day the FBI goes to her. So imagine the FBI coming at you. The FBI goes to her and try to recruit her. And basically the FBI has put together this group of teenagers called the Naturals who have special abilities. And they need Cassie. Anyway, so right now I'm at the part, and according to the synopsis, so no spoilers, she gets recruited by the FBI to go work with the Naturals, but they're do you want to move to Washington, D.C.? She is sent to live with a group of teens whose gifts are as unusual as her own. It becomes clear that no one in the Naturals program is what they seem. And then there's a new killer that strikes close to them. Danger looms close. Caught in a lethal game of cat and mouse with the killer, the Naturals are going to have to use all of their gifts just to survive. And I'm that sounds very freaking good. It's giving Clue, that game where the killer is among them but they don't know who it is. But that's just my first impression. I really have no clue. I have no clue. I really don't know if I really have no idea. This is just me guessing, but sometimes I accurately guess, so that gets me in trouble sometimes. So I spoiled something that I didn't even know I was spoiling, but I have no idea. Anyway, they're playing cat and mouse with this killer, trying to see who the heck is the killer, because it's dangerously close to them. But it's a series, so I'm how does this book even end? Is it gonna end on a cliffhanger? What? I have no idea. So I'm 3 chapters in, I already said. So far, I really, really like it. It's such a fast-paced read. I'm gonna come back and talk about how it went in the end. So So I finished the book. Y'all, okay. This book completely surprised me. Like, it was such a fast-paced read. I'm so freaking happy. Like, got me out of my 2-month-ish long reading slump. I talked about this on Goodreads, so follow me on Goodreads. I'm back active. Like, I literally went MIA on Goodreads and all my reading stuff for like 2 months. I'm not even gonna lie. But I am back at it because like this book got me out of my reading slump and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So naturally I need to go pick up the next few books because this is a series. It has like 1, 2, 3 more books. So yeah. I don't know, y'all. Like, oh my god, like I finished it yesterday and I wanted to just like sleep on it so I could like, I don't know, have a clear head when I'm talking about what I thought of it. Y'all, that ending completely took me by surprise. I was not expecting that plot twist. I was like, it'd be the people who are closest to you. And that's what the book was saying in the synopsis. It was like, soon it becomes clear that no one in the Naturals program is what they seem. Can't trust nobody. And at first, you know, they was talking about how like killings were happening close to them and stuff like that, and like the Naturals need to like get together to figure out who the killer is and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, at first I thought the killer was this one person. I was like, oh, they're definitely the killer. Like, it's so obvious that it's them. Like, it would be them, you know, but then it wasn't them. I was like, no. And then when you find out who it is, you're like, no. So that's just my impression, you know. Like, I thought it was really freaking good. It's such a fast-paced read. You're not gonna want to stop reading because every chapter is just like you find out more and more and more and more. It's like so well paced in my opinion, and the chapters aren't very long. So like, yay, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, clap it up for you. That's yeah, that was good. I want to say I give this book like, I'm gonna say 4.5 stars. Yeah, because it was good. You know what I'm saying? I think I put out like 4 stars on Goodreads. But I want to say 4.5 because it got me out of my reading slump. It took several books for that to happen. This is the first book I finished since August, y'all. Like, that's like crazy. I have all these bookshelves full of books and I can't get through any of them. But this was the one that did it for me. This was the one. So I'm so like, yeah, I cannot wait to get the second one. I'm like, what else happens? Like, how does this continue on? Like, what more? You know what I'm saying? Well, I think I have a good idea because I'm like, this Naturals program is low-key like legit. Like, and it's so crazy. Like the teenagers that Cassie meets at this thing, I don't want to say I love all of them, but I definitely like at least like 2 or 3 of them. And then for the nerve, like, this has a love triangle in there. A love triangle, which was so unexpected. Like a love triangle. And like this love triangle, I already know who I'm rooting for. But if you read this book, who are you going for? Because somebody's about to get their heart broken. I just know. But it's not even like a love story. It's literally like mystery and all this kind of stuff, suspense. But there's love at play, y'all. It's good. It's good. I can't say anymore. Like, it's just good. You should definitely read this book. If you've read it, comment down below, what did you rate it? Who are you going for? Like, but if you read more, then you probably already know how this ends. But yeah, like, I really enjoyed this book. Thank you guys for all the people who suggested that I read this book in the first place. I should have listened to you guys sooner, but you know, I digress. It's better late than never, right? So yeah. So now that I finished that book, I started reading The Boyfriend. Literally, I started reading this book this morning.